If you're looking for your next Christmas getaway, then stop right there.
We are here to advise and surprise on our favourite festive destination to date, Prague.
And we have done a few in our time, so I would say that we're more than qualified for this role.
Firstly, what do you want from a festive getaway? Christmas markets, and Prague doesn't just have one, it has 4 of them.
Or at least we went to 4, maybe there's more.
Firstly, the Old Town. It is brilliant. Touristy, which everyone bags on, but the atmosphere is second to none. Do bear in mind it's a little more pricey than some of the others for this reason, but it's got the food, the beer and the Christmas tree, and you can even take a horse and cart ride.
Next up is Wenceslas Square. We went in the middle of the day, so it was extremely quiet, but seemed a bit more reasonably priced and seemed to have a wider selection of food stalls in particular.
If, like us, you don't mind a city hike, you may fancy the walk down to P Square for our third Christmas market. As well as having the beautiful backdrop of the church, it has an extremely local and welcoming vibe to it. The cheapest of all that we visited, and there's just something about watching the locals buy their Christmas tree while you sit back and enjoy a hot chocolate.
Finally, the castle. The smallest of the markets we visited, and definitely not the cheapest, but there were Christmas carolers, which appeared to be unique. For the number of tourists it attempted to cater to, in my opinion, it was a bit too small, but it was worth a nosy look around if you're in the area.
Which you should be. Prague Castle is a castle complex built in the 9th century and is visually stunning up close as it is far away. Plus, if you're lucky, you may even catch the changing of the guards, a marching band, or what I hope were reenactors and not actual crusaders.
It is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the city, so be sure to get there early to avoid the queues for the security checks. Once inside, you can head inside St. Vitus Cathedral, or even climb the 287 steps for unmatched views over the city, as well as a look at the bells and clock mechanics.
Speaking of views, there are several other vantage points across the city, including Charles Bridge. The cheapest of all, and providing an eye-level view of the city spires and rooftops, is not only photography heaven, but you're also more than likely to have the entire place to yourself.
You can also head to the Old Town for the Hall Tower for views over the square. The downside is it's both pricier and more busy, but while you're there, you'll get to see the 3rd oldest and only working astronomical clock in the world, which is quite the spectacle.
One of our favourite things about Prague is that it is an extremely walkable city. You can head out without a plan to take a stroll down the river and take in the architecture, or wander the streets and stumble across endless libraries, cafes and museums. There's something to cater to everyone's interests, from sex machines to torture.
Now, if that's not quite up your alley, and you're here purely for the festivities, you have to make sure you try all the food. For meat, carb and dessert lovers like ourselves, you'll eat like a king, or a peasant.
Finally, make sure you save some time on your trip to visit Prague's second castle, which neither of us can successfully pronounce.
It's much quieter and the grounds are beautiful. I would recommend going near to sunset, which is when we visited, and you get some incredible views and colours over the city. We hope this video has shown to you why we love Prague, and we definitely recommend that you visit it if you are able to, especially during the Christmas season.